At Darling Bud's clinic, I get a lot of patients with extensive baldness. And hence, body hair transplant, including chest and beard grafts, is a routine. Almost every other day, we're doing body hair transplants and mostly utilizing beard hair. But many patients still, at the mere mention of body hair, especially beard hair, fret and fume. Where is the need, they exclaim, when many clinics they have visited earlier, or they are still in conversation with, have recommended up to 6,000 and at times 8,000 grafts from the scalp donor. This sort of advice is becoming the norm in the hair transplant industry, not only in Turkey, also in India and many parts of Europe. But as I told you in my previous video, the threshold of grafts, if we have to preserve the integrity of the scalp donor, is 3,500. Exceed this number at your own peril. As far as beard grafts are concerned, let me put your mind at ease. Recruiting beard grafts for your extensive baldness, hair transplant for your extensive baldness, should not be giving you sleepless nights. Sleepless nights ruminating upon how your beard will look after the hair transplant. What we do when we harvest beard grafts is that we selectively harvest the most robust grafts, roughly 1 in every 4 of the hair there. We are not creating a patch. We are not taking entire grafts from the shadow area or from the cheeks. Your beard will look just the same as it looks today. It's just a few well-placed extractions, not a beard blackout or a beard burnout. And the procedure is far from traumatic. We're talking about minimally invasive FUE, not extensive removal. A fine punch, typically varying between 0.65 millimeters to 0.8 millimeters in size, depending on the size of your grafts, creates tiny circular punctures, not more than 1 to 1.5 millimeters in depth, which is hardly anything. And they heal swiftly, many times by the time the patient is discharged in the evening. Mostly patients do not need even a dressing after the hair transplant because these small micro-punctures close down very swiftly. In fact, many of these procedures leave no visible trace unless examined with a magnifying glass. Like in this patient. You can see this patient, his donor area, which was harvested for 1,500 grafts just 2 weeks back. And it's going to continue to heal. By 6 months' time, you will not be able to tell that anything was done. Yes, of course, if overharvesting is done, or if the margins are not tapered, are not feathered, these donor areas can be visible. But choosing the donor area, the right donor area, is crucial. In fair-skinned people, including fair Indians, cheeks work well due to the minimal contrast between the skin color and the color of the scar, which is pale. Hypopigmentation is rarely noticeable unless you have a darker skin type. And therefore, in darker skin types, we do not take beard grafts from the cheeks. We only confine the harvest from the shadow area, which is below the chin, below the jawline, and the upper neck. And this is the area where the natural shadow falls. And hair density, existing hair density, conceals these scars. Even when you shave this area, it is barely perceptible. And this explains why you do not see neat little dots strolling down someone's jawline after a session, because it's intelligently camouflaged. Anatomy apart, this procedure is backed by solid scientific data. A major East Asian study involving Norwood 5 and Norwood 6 scale patients reported a survival rate of 95.7 plus minus 1.6% at 9 months after the harvest, with no visible hypopigmented scars in the donor area. Beard to scalp grafts generally show a survival rate between 90 to 95% after 1 year. Robust, fast-growing, DHT-resistant beard hair bring a unique resilience that thrives well on the scalp. And it not only adds to the number of grafts on the head, it also adds volume because a beard graft is 3 times thicker than scalp hair. And many times we get double grafts from the beard. But time and again, I encounter the same set of worries that the patients are anxious about. First, will my beard look patchy after the hair transplant? Well, not at all. We only harvest about 25% of the number of hair available in the beard shadow area. Leaving 1 hair between 2 punch holes is the maximum we can go. And with precise hole placement, 2 punch holes not merging with the other, surrounding hairs cover the extraction points very deftly. Even when you shave your beard, it is barely perceptible. And the second question they ask is, will beard hair look weird on my scalp? We are not putting beard hair in isolation, in one spot, say in the mid-scalp or the hairline or the crown area. Whenever beard hair are used, they are mixed with scalp hair in the ratio of 1:3 to 1:4. And that too in the mid-scalp only. Beard hair are not to be used along the hairline, along the temple points, or along the crown area where they can be easily made out. In isolation, they are a big giveaway because they are coarser, they are thicker, and they are wide rear. And hence there's a protocol, a surgical protocol, a laid down protocol at my clinic on how to use body grafts along with scalp grafts in extensive grades of baldness. And some worry about scarring and pigmentation. And that is the reason in darker skin types, darker Indian skin types, African skin types, South Asian skin types, we do not use the visible cheeks or the neck to do the harvesting. The harvesting is confined merely to the shadow area of the beard, where any hypopigmentation, if it occurs, blends in naturally and is camouflaged. Scars that do occur are microscopic scars. They heal quickly and often go unnoticed. No second looks, no lingering glances by your friends, your family, or passers-by. I can assure you about that. So let's talk about the benefits of beard hair grafts. Beard donor hair extend the limits of harvesting to a great deal. And this is crucial in advanced cases of baldness, grade 5 and beyond, in cases where the scalp reserves are limited. And beard hair have an impressive genetic resistance to DHT, which is a very welcome thing, ensuring durability of the transplant even when the patient, due to some reason, stops taking finasteride. Its coarse shaft thickness adds fullness in the recipient area, increasing overall volume without compromising natural appearance. And my routine, deployed almost every other day, goes like this. Anesthetize the shadow area twice, once with cream and then with lidocaine. Apply tumescence. Employ a 0.75mm punch, sharp punch, and extract grafts carefully in the 1:4 ratio, and then give the wound the right environment to heal within a few hours. Complications like folliculitis are rare, but whenever they do occur, they're easy to address with basic hygiene and a short course of antibiotics. I have yet to see in my practice, and I have been doing body hair transplants for almost like 15 years now, I have yet to see a patient who worries about his visible scarring once the healing is complete. For ethics binds my practice. We do only one case in a day, and I do all the surgical steps myself. And no unnecessary harvesting, no craving for greater numbers. The patient's interest is prime in our minds. Full transparency and a discussion about realistic outcomes. Patient's consent, knowing exactly what to expect, how many grafts can be safely harvested from the donor zone, and which zones are off limit. It's precision with integrity, not a high volume production line, a hair mill. Yet I'm the first person to admit that we have certain knowledge gaps, particularly about darker skinned people like African Americans, in whom beard grafts should not be done because of high incidence of keloid formation, high incidence of visibility of scars because of darker skin. This demographics needs more research, needs more case reports, needs more scientific data. And at Darlingbird's clinic, I am in the process of garnering more data about body hair transplants because we do high volumes of body hair transplants, especially beard and chest. And to close, let me remind everybody that beard harvesting isn't rocket science. It's a well-tested tool in our hair restoration toolkit. Just like planting seeds in fertile soil, the results are very predictable. Predictable, resilient, and most importantly, natural. So if your scalp donor supply is sparse and baldness extensive, and you have a huge resource of body hair, beard hair offer a sound, proven, confidence-boosting solution. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Leave a comment in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you shortly. Have a nice day, and God bless you.